This is your goofy GreatTreeJam, and I want to welcome you back to another episode of Mass Effect 1. Last time we left off, we discovered the MSV Worthington, a Kowloon-class modular conveyor, adrift off the orbit of Anti-Roperus in the Ming system. We boarded the freighter to discover what had happened to the crew, but soon found out the ship had been booby-trapped. We made our way to the ship's crew quarters, medical bay, and cockpit. The ship's logs revealed that one of the crew, Jacob, had met with an unfortunate accident that left him brain dead. Furthermore, Jacob's girlfriend, Julia, another crew member on the ship, was distraught over Jacob's condition and took extreme measures to ensure Jacob remained hooked up to the life support machine in the med bay. Once we discovered Julia murdered the rest of the crew, Julia charged our position with a pistol and shotgun, and we were forced to put her down. Faced with the moral dilemma of whether or not to disconnect the brain-dead Jacob's life support, we elected to leave the machine on to allow other people who might have been close to Jacob in the galaxy the opportunity to decide his fate. This particular assignment was actually one where I really liked having the moral dilemma. There was no clear right or wrong answer, and like I mentioned before, there are no obvious consequences regarding Paragon or Renegade for this assignment. I think the developers decide to leave you, the player, the opportunity to decide what you think is right regarding what happens to Jacob. But now that we're done there, it is time for us to move on and begin our next endeavor in Mass Effect 1. It's been a long time since I've actually had my last episode, and I want to apologize. There's been a lot going on in my real life, and things have just been so busy that I haven't been able to get back into things. But now that we're here, let's go ahead and boot up the galaxy map and get caught up on our next adventure. So let's go ahead and leave the MSV Worthington, and we can hope that the Alliance will pick up any information on the Worthington, discover it, and then inform the relatives of the deceased of the fates of the crew. But now it's time for us to move on. We're going to head over to the Hades Gamma cluster, and we're going to be parking ourselves in the Antaeus system. So I will see you guys here in just a bit. Here we are in the Antaeus system. What we're going to be doing is we're going to be tackling UNC Missing Survey Team. Back some time ago, we heard a news report on the Citadel elevator that a survey team had gone missing in the Hades Gamma cluster. We're going to be tackling that assignment and figuring out what happened to the survey team. But before we do, let's go ahead and look around and see if there's any resources that we will need. Let's take a look at the planet of Egeko, and there's nothing of value here. But let's go ahead and just leave the orbit and go to our next planet. Our next stop is a planet of Edmos, and if we take a look, we should find some hydrogen. Done deal. Let's go ahead and zoom out. Let's go ahead and look at Ploba, and I believe there may be something here. Indeed there is. And it seems we have an Asari writing. We've already done the assignment, we've already completed it, but like I said before, I will continue to show the locations of some of these writings, and if I miss anything, I will try to look that up on the Mass Effect Wikia, just to confirm its location for you guys. Trebin is actually going to be the location of this assignment, but let's not look there just yet. Let's go to Vimal. Let's go ahead and do a survey and find some uranium. We're looking pretty good. We only have one more stop to make before we can make our planet-side drop. Let's take a look at the planet of Hunidor, and there is nothing here. So we're pretty much done with the system-wide scan for resources. So let's go ahead and move to Trebin and prepare for our orbital drop. Trebin is a modest terrestrial world with an atmosphere composed of nitrogen and argon. Its surface is mainly composed of nickel with deposits of silver. Trebin's environment is relatively mild, but the scarcity of water or similar enabling substances has prevented the development of any biosphere. ExoGeni Corp recently performed a test impact of a single water-ice comet into the surface, the first step of a long-term plan to thicken the atmosphere in order to introduce water to the environment. The survey's team is on the surface, monitoring the geological and meteorological effects of the test impact. Most of the water release is still in the form of atmospheric vapor, but thick cloud banks have formed. There is every indication that this arid world will soon see its first rain. The survey team's progress has been hampered by frequent mechanical or computer failures in their GPS satellites. So let's go ahead and prep for landing. It seems that this survey team is the one that we're going to need to find. So let's prepare for landing. For this assignment, I did want to give myself a bit of a challenge, but rather than going with tech characters, I do want to make it a little bit easier for myself. So we're going to choose Dr. Liara Tassoni, and we are going to also take Caden Alenka with us. But ladies and gents, we are set. We are go for Trebin. Let's begin our orbital drop. Alright, we have made planetfall. Let's go ahead and take a look at the map. We're actually going to be having our first encounter with the Thresher Maw in this area. So let me go ahead and mark this area right here, and I will, as before and as always, I will cut the footage and resume when I get to my destination. So, let's go ahead and prep for contact. Alright, we are coming up on the nest right about now. Or actually, right about here. And as you can see on the map, we are just due southwest of its position. We actually have an anomaly right here. It appears to be a crash probe of some kind. But more importantly, we have a circular area with some mounds. So we're looking at a Thresher Maw nest, so we need to proceed very, very carefully. Let's go ahead and get ready to take on the Thresher Maw real quick. Alright. Oh, that is not good. Okay. Okay, there we go. Just want to make sure I stay focused on this Thresher Maw and keep the pressure up on this guy. At this point, Thresher Maws have become, the deadly but not so deadly threat. We've learned how to handle them, and they're not much concern for us if we keep doing what we're doing just right. But like before, I'm just going to keep my jets, get ready to dodge this guy when necessary. And keep in mind that the acid attacks will... Uh-oh. Hey there, how's it going? What's up, pal? Yeah. Get dealt with. Alright, let's go ahead and just, not hit by this thing. Now, the acid attacks will bypass shields, so you do want to be careful. And they will do a lot of damage to armor if they hit you. So, don't take any chances. This is one enemy that you don't want to be reckless around because you don't get many chances to survive after a mistake. So, you do want to be careful. And like before, we're not going to get too close to this guy because it does have a one-hit kill capability. If you get too close, it will deliver a melee attack that will kill you and your squad instantly. And if you're in the Mako, it will destroy the Mako in one hit. So, you do want to be careful. Alright. I think I'm going to go ahead and just do an on-foot kill for fun.
Heads up.
All clear.
Okay, the Mako has taken some damage, unfortunately. Let's go ahead and fix that up real quick. And I'm going to go ahead and speed this up. This is one thing you want to be careful about. If you don't, if you leave the Mako, you have to keep in mind that the Thresher Maw will still aim at you or your squad, or it may still aim at the Mako if you get out a little too late. So you gotta time out. You gotta time your exit from the Mako just right so that you can minimize damage to the vehicle. But keep in mind, if the Mako is damaged, you can use Omni Gel to repair it. But let's go ahead and recover this artifact. And at this point, I've got so much Omni Gel that I really don't care too much. I can pretty much afford to make mistakes. I mean, look at this Omni Gel. Look at that. Look at my credits. This is me not giving a fuck. This is me not really caring too much. Well, let's go ahead and move out of this area. We've already obtained the Crash Drobe's resources, so let's go ahead and move right here. And we actually have, I believe, to be a very unique moment with the Rachni. So let me go ahead and move to this hill, and I'll keep quiet so you guys can listen in. So the sound sounds a little bit different in this particular area than we usually expect. I think it's a little, I don't know if I would say low pitched, but there we go. That I believe is a Arachnai song. But let's go ahead and move to this location right here, and we're going to pick up an ore deposit. And we're not that far away, so instead of cutting that out, I'm just going to gallivant over this way. Just move over here. Just keep riding, just keep rolling. And here we go. And it seems that we have ourselves some plutonium. Let me go ahead and get close enough. Survey this for the Gold Alliance. Alright, and hallelujah. We're keeping the Alliance happy and making sure that it continue to expand in space. Continue to make use of resources for colonization efforts across the galaxy. But now, our next stop is going to be to move away from here and to move to this debris pile. And like before, I'll race you there. Alright, we're coming up on the debris pile, but it seems we also have hostiles in our sensor, so we've got to be careful. Let's go ahead and park the Mako right about here and prep for ambush. It seems that we have a group of scavengers who have been looking for loot and resources on here, and they're not going to let us have any of the spoils. More importantly, they pose a threat to us. So, let me go ahead and just play this nice and just show you what happens if you try and approach without your weapons drawn. Because, you know... Oh wait, that's not what I want to do. Oh, they're already shooting at us. So they pretty much are hostile. We just want to make sure about that. Want to be in roleplay. We only take out targets if they choose to initiate combat with us. Or if we know that they're hostile. Well, let's go ahead and take them out with sniper rifles. We could use the Mako, but I do want to have a little bit of fun. And also, there's not a lot of room. You want to be a little careful about using the Mako in this area because you are going to be very vulnerable to sniper fire. Well, let's go ahead and just take out the rest of these guys. And make short work of them. Now let's move up. Oh, we've got to be careful. Alright. Sniper's down. Okay, we have one person left. Let's go ahead and make sure to sabotage this guy's weapons. And he went ahead and put immunity up, but that's okay. We can get past that pretty easily. Let me use a power that I've not been using very often, because I've wanted to make things a lot easier for myself. Use a little bit of warp, a little incendiary, make things fun for the family. I don't know about you, this is pretty kid-friendly right here, taking out pirates. Arr, arr, matey. Pirate. Dead pirate.
That's the last of them.
Alright, now we can go ahead and see what's over here. I don't remember if I can collect this item or not. Let's go ahead and just move right here, and indeed we can salvage it. Let's go ahead and do just that. A little bit to and fro, and there we go. We've claimed everything that we can from this probe. So now it's time to get back in the Mako and move to our next location. Let's move right here. Now before I do anything else, I want to note the research base is right about here, but we're going to be hitting up that place a little bit later. First off, let's get to this destination right here and claim whatever might be at this location. So I will see you guys there just momentarily. Alright, we're coming up on the anomaly on our map, and oh boy. We have a lot of downed probes and satellites. I think this is what the planetary description meant. And we got something here that seems to be active. Let's take a closer look. Let's go ahead and deactivate this transmitter tower real quick. This device is transmitting tight beam signals into the geosynchronous orbit. This disrupts the survey team's GPS satellites, causing them to crash nearby. This is bad. More and more it's starting to look like someone deliberately sabotaged the satellites. Somebody was trying to sabotage the research operation here. I get a bad feeling about this. Let's go ahead and check on the research base real quick. I got a really bad feeling that something's happened to the staff. So let's move to this location, and I'll resume once I get to this area. So let's go ahead and prep for possible contact. Alright, we're coming up on the research base. It seems that we have a group of shacks right here, as well as what appears to be an exploratory vehicle. But we also have something over here, some kind of mining chamber or excavation site. Let's take a look at the research space real quick and figure out if there are any survivors.
Where is everybody?
Let's see if there's any clues as to what happened here.
I'm on my way.
Alright, let's go ahead and open up this locker real quick. Oh no, I feel like loot first, baby. Oh, wait a second. Here we go. There we go. Looking pretty good. Now let's take a look at the computer.
According to these data logs, the survey team unearthed some kind of alien technology.
Guess we should head to the excavation site then.
Alright. Let's go ahead and get around Liara. So they found some alien tech, but something was sabotaging the satellites. A competitor? Salvage team? Who knows? We don't know who put up that transmission tower disrupting the satellites, and we did encounter some scavengers on the planet, so we have no idea whether or not it was them. It's possible, but it seems that someone wanted to sabotage the operation a little too much. And I suspect that there's something else going on. But, you know, it's up to interpretation at this point. What's more important is that we need to check on the survey team and see if they're okay. But before we do so, I want to go ahead and collect an ore deposit right here. So I will mark this location and I will move there immediately. See you guys in just one moment. Alright, we've come across a uranium deposit. Let's go ahead and get out on foot and salvage this real quick. Once we do this, we'll be able to head inside the mining shaft or excavation site and see what happened to the researchers. So now that we're done here, it's time to move out via vehicle and head over to the excavation area. And we're going to be moving to this location right here. So, bonsai. Alright, here's the excavation site.
Securing point.
No one's around to greet us, and there seems to be no signs of anyone on the outside. This does not look good. Let's go ahead and prep our shotgun, and I went ahead and gave my squad mates some extra gear. They don't have, they're not weapon specialists, they do have just pistols, but I went ahead and gave them some sledgehammer rounds just in case. And yes, I do have a little bit of knowledge as to what's happening in this assignment, but I'm not going to spoil it for you guys. But we will move in and try to establish contact with any survivors if there are any. And if there are any hostiles, we need to be ready to deal with them. So let's move in. Alright, the interior is pressurized, it seems. We don't have our helmets on, or at least Liara doesn't. I don't know, Liara's special. I didn't tell her to put her helmet on in the inventory screen, so oh well. Let's go ahead and move down here. No movement. If there's anything we've learned, if there's no movement, then it's a little too quiet. We need to get ready to expect the worst. So far, no one has hailed us, no one has contacted us. We need to assume that something has happened to the staff. Let's move in. And it seems we already have hostiles in our sensors. Uh-oh. That is not good, ladies and gentlemen. It seems we found what happened to the research staff. Either the husks killed them, or they became husks. And it seems that they've noticed us. We need to get ready. They're coming in. Let's go ahead and wait for them to bunch up. Let me go ahead and use damping to stun this guy. And set off that explosive right there. And let's back up. This is a very dangerous area to be. We have an entire group of angry, or I guess you can say bloodthirsty husks. And this is one reason why biotics are extremely useful for this area. Let's have Liara use Singularity, and we're going to try and deploy it at this area, at this little ceiling right here. Alright. Let's go ahead and just spam powers. Okay, we're gonna need to have Caden use lift on this guy. Caden? Something's wrong. Caden's stuck, I think. Alright, now he's not stuck. Good. Oh, good, look at that. That is not what I want. I'm playing a little bit reckless with this. Hey, what's up? How's it going? You know what? Bye-bye. Let's go ahead and deploy another overload. And I'm gonna have Liara use another singularity. Oh, look at that. Hey, guess what? Oh my god. For some reason I couldn't fire my gun. I don't know what it was. Was I too close to something? Ah, well. Ragdoll. Guess what? Ragdoll. Hey, guess what? Wait for him to open the door so that they're all bunched up together. Thank you very much. Get singularity, baby. Whee! Rabblehead toys. They look so fun. Oh, our first casualty right there. Okay, I need to stop. This is too entertaining. You know what? What do I want to do to you? Let's lift you. And I think I'm gonna go ahead and just use sabotage, because I feel like it. And now we can move back a little bit. I wonder, what should I do? No, not yet. Get it center of the group. Let's get it right about there.
Oh, you got told to sit the fuck down. How do you feel?
Get dealt with. Get wrecked. That's right. This is what the younger generations call, the younger kids call getting wrecked. Have a nice day. Oh, I need to be careful about that. Getting a little careless there. Goodbye. Bye. Okay. Okay, Caden and Liara are they're still knowledgeable to the fact that there is an enemy in this room, so that's good. Hello, good sir. Do you need help? I'm gonna help you get to Idaho. How's that? Oh, you got wrecked.
I have heard of this before. Whatever alien technology the survey team unearthed must have turned them into mindless fanatics, machine cultists.
Whatever they found, it's long gone now.
Let's go ahead and just call them for what they are. They are the results of dragon's teeth transforming people into husks. But let's go ahead and just tell Caden and Liara to stay all the way up here. And hopefully they won't get stuck on the sides of this mining chamber. Excavation tube thingy. What's the proper term for this? You know what? Don't know, don't care. Oh boy. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I believe we've seen something very similar on, I believe it was Pharos. We saw the Geth worshipping something that looked like this. It seems we have a combination of Reaper and, you know what, I just ruined it for you guys. We do know that the Geth worship the Reapers, and it seems that this is a Reaper artifact that they set up here. And this must be... Actually, I'm trying to figure out where the Geth and Reaper technology starts and ends. I'm a little bit iffy on that right now, just because it's really late, I'm tired. My brain does not want to work. But let's go ahead and just look around the chamber real quick. Ideally, we should look for resources after the place has been cleared, but I'm a little impatient. Let's go ahead and take this crate right here, and we're gonna leave the other crates for last, because I do want to take care of the remaining husks, because yes, there are more. There are more researchers that were turned into husks within this area. And as we get close enough, we should notice that the chamber's door should turn green. Alright, about now, and let's go ahead and do this. And we're gonna have, is that... Oh, look at that, it set off both of them. Nice. Look at that. Gotta make sure I keep an eye on where I'm going. It's very important. Another thing you want to be careful about is don't get too close to the husks, because if they do that electrical area of effect attack, it will set off containers. So you want to be extremely careful and don't get too reckless, like I do sometimes. Yeah, I just screwed myself over. Okay, let's just go ahead and do this. You hear them saying that? It's like, get dealt with. You know what? Get wrecked. Get that bomb style, baby. Oh. Ow. Okay, fine. You know what? I'll stop fooling around and actually do things right. Let's head back this way. We've kind of weakened them a little bit. Say hi to the ceiling for me. Let's go ahead and move him back here. Do I want to... Let's... there we go. Perfect. Getting dealt with, baby. Alright. Our next contender. Welcome, contestant number 32 or whatever you are. I'm not keeping track of this. I'm just watching you guys ragdoll, and it's fun. He was just like, I'm Superman, and I'm just like, welcome to the ceiling. I'm gonna teach you how to fly. If you think very hard, you can fly too. You won't even need Tinkerbell. Let's go ahead and just do this. This is much easier. See? Now you can fly. Think happy thoughts. Peter Pan, Tinkerbell are not necessary. Tasty. Nom nom nom. Tasty. Alright, let's see if we can get you guys to behave. Alright, you guys have been on your bad behavior. Liara's Singularity, man. I love that shit. It is amazing. For me, it's almost like a get out of jail free card whenever you have group enemies like these. Hello. Hi. Damn, you got fucked up real fast. You were like, bam, in the wall, and then, I don't know, was it Caden or Liara? I don't know. One of you guys got that kill. How's it going? This is why it's this is why having a shotgun does help out every now and then, especially if you have high explosive rounds. What's up? Get wrecked. Oh yeah. And that accounts for all of the ExoGeni survey team. They were converted to cybernetic husks by devices similar to those used by the Geth on Eden Prime. How they came to be buried on a frontier world so far from Geth territory is a mystery.
Negative contact, Shepard.
I'm trying to think of a good joke for this, but yeah, I got nothing. Okay, well, let's go ahead and just move down here and claim the remaining crates and resources. And along the way, I'm just gonna go ahead and blow up some containers because I feel like it. Let's go ahead and head this way. I believe that there is a crate right behind here. Yes, there is. Let's go ahead and just use our little Omni Gel, because we've got plenty of that. We are at no shortage of Omni Gel right now. And I believe there is one more little morsel right here. And I'm gonna take a look around the room and make sure I didn't miss anything. But right now, I'm not really at need for items. I'm not at a lack of any good gear right now, because I've already got the armor that I want. I've already got... Every single person right now seems to have a Savant Omni Tool, a Savant Bioamp, and they all have Spectre Master gear. And I know I haven't commented on this before, but I want to note something real quick. Something that I've done with my squad mates is I've actually given them all Spectre Master gear. So even though Caden is not trained with any of the weapons apart from pistols, if for any reason Caden is sabotaged, I can have him switch up to a secondary weapon, and although he's not trained in it, he can still do quite a bit of damage. So that's one reason I do like to switch squad members up, just for a little bit of fun and just so they have a secondary weapon that they can always go to. But let's go ahead and move back here. We have 2 chambers to explore and collect resources from, and then after that I'll just go ahead and exit the chamber and we're going to wrap up the assignment. Let's go ahead and head down here. And blow that up. And like we suspected, it seems that these are the same devices we saw in Eden Prime. We also saw them on the derelict freighter some episodes back. But let's go ahead and open up this canister right here, claim the resources, look around, punish this thing for being a bad boy. Bad. 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 Let's move outside. So now we know what happened to the staff. Let's go ahead and make our way to the second chamber, grab what we need, and we're gonna get out of here as soon as possible. Let's go ahead and open up this bad boy real quick. And I'm paranoid, I wanna make sure I don't have anything that's around me. There we go. Let's claim this, and we have some Predator M armor that we could use, but I don't want to. But just for you guys, I will go ahead and show off the Predator M armor. So what you're seeing right now is the Colossus medium armor. That is the maximum level of armor I can obtain from my infiltrator in terms of armor weight, or I guess you can say light, medium, and heavy. This is the Colossus M. I guess you can medium armor. Oh my god, I'm scatterbrained right now. This is the Predator MX series. If you want to compare the Colossus armor, the Predator series provides greater shielding and greater tech and biotic protection for similar grades. The Colossus armor, however, provides more damage protection. Ultimately, I'm fine with either, but I've learned to embrace the Colossus suit in order to favor a style where I could be a little bit less tactical about my gameplay at times. Good, I like to have shields every now and then, but, you know, somehow, the damage protection on the Colossus armor just got my attention. But either way, either suit is fine, either suit is excellent quality. I'm probably not going to be using the Predator series. I've kind of learned to give Colossus armor to each and every one of my squad mates, so. But like I said, the game does give you some leeway in choosing gear, but in my opinion, the Colossus suit and the Predator series from Armax Arsenal, Armax Arsenal, those provide the superior armors in my mind. But let's go ahead and exit the mine. Alright, and that wraps up UNC Missing Survey Team. Let's go ahead and move to the Mako, and we're gonna call the Normandy for exfil. And as always and as before, I will see you guys back at the CIC. And that does it, folks. We are done with that assignment. It is interesting to note, and it seems to me that the transmission tower that we found on Trebin's surface seemed a little bit too coincidental when compared with what happened to the missing survey team members. Something's going on, and it seems that, unfortunately, there's nothing we can do except wrap the pages, wrap this assignment up, and close the book on this chapter of our adventures in Mass Effect 1. But for now, it's time to bid you guys farewell, as I am really tired and I want to get some rest. So, this is GreatTreeJam. I just want to wish you guys a happy day, night, evening, afternoon, wherever you may be in this universe or the next. And I hope to see you in my next vid. But until then, I bid you guys farewell. Bye.